Cool. So today I'm sitting with Oriam, one of the entrepreneurs who joined our mentorship and absolutely crushed it since the start. And what's really exciting about his story is that he made $3,000 in his first month of joining, and that was even before we had the program built out, which is pretty cool. So I just want to dive into his journey, where he started, what changed after joining, and the results he's able to generate. So just to start off with the first one, um, what was like your situation before you even joined the program, like, or the mentorship? What were you like trying to start back then?
It's kind of a crazy one because I was like completely lost. I like just graduated high school and I was like trying to figure out like what the heck I'm gonna do with my life basically. I knew that I wanted to do something different than the typical just 9 to 5 or like just go to school for 4 years and then hopefully make something happen. Um, and I figured, entrepreneurship is kind of the way to do that. So I looked into a couple different routes. I was doing like online tutoring and I tried starting like a YouTube channel for my guitar and nothing was working in the beginning. Eventually, I got some traction with my YouTube for teaching guitar, and then that's how you found me. You reached out to me, and at the time, I was like, I wasn't making anything with this. I had like 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I think I was making like a couple $100 a month with the YouTube AdSense, and that was it. Like I wasn't monetizing my AdSense or anything. And then you reached out to me and basically like showed me that I can pursue kind of this goal that I'd had of like entrepreneurship with what I'd already had started. And that's when I just took my audience that I already had existed and just turned that into cash basically. And now that's what I'm still doing.
Awesome. So
Do you wanna maybe just quickly tell the people what you're currently doing specifically?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I have a YouTube channel is my main like client acquisition source for getting new students that I teach guitar. I'm kind of in a guitar niche, so it's like not many people really know about it. It's called fingerstyle guitar, and it's also probably the hardest to actually make money with teaching, because there's like such a small client base, and then guitar
Mm.
in general is like, you maybe charge $50 for a lesson.
mm,
So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
I remember this was even I tested more like mentorship, right? Because that was like my thinking before building the program is I want to first just help people one on one, and then based off that teachings build the program. So that's also what we did with the founding members, right? So when we did our few sessions, how many was it? How many sessions did we do before you just started making some money? Can you remember?
I think it was, what was it, like two, maybe three?
Yeah, so 2, 3 weeks. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I saw you already had some potential with your YouTube channel, right? And I think
Yeah.
you wanted to start something completely new, if I remember correctly. Well, yeah, we just used your potential that you had there and just optimized a couple things, right? It's not like we completely changed a lot. Like you can't really
Mhm.
change much in 2, 3 weeks, but you already had all of this audience you built up. So we just made a few tweaks, and then you were able to sign that first client. And how was that whole experience of even being able to do that? Seeing that it's possible.
Yeah, it was insane, bro. Like I remember when you we were discussing like what the price was going to be for my teaching guitar, my mentorship.
Hmm.
And I was like thinking in my head, I was like, I don't know, for 3 months, maybe like $500 max. And then you threw out 3K. I was like, oh, okay. And then and then I actually signed that student, I think like the week after that at 3K. And that was just like opened up my whole world. It's crazy.
So quick. Yeah, it took me like 27 sales calls, and it took you like like one. What was your first one?
I think it was like two, maybe three. Yeah.
That's insane.
Getting connected with like the community in general. Have you jumped on some calls with some of the boys? You obviously in the US right now, and the community has a lot of people around the world, right? Like predominantly more South Africans. But how was your experience connecting with some of the boys in the community?
Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part about like what you guys are doing is just like being able to actually like, have that kind of environment, even if it's just online, of
Mm.
people that are in the same boat. Uh, Especially because like I just live in like this small town, like nobody is trying to do
Yeah.
anything, at the scale that I am. So it's like it's tough when you don't have someone else to kind of see that it's possible and motivate you and kind of grind
Mm.
together. So some of the calls have been like outside of my time zone, but a lot of the free ones I've been able to come to. And then I remember in the
Yeah.
beginning there were a lot that we were able to hop on together, and that was, yeah, really
Yeah.
motivating.
I think that's predominantly one of the main reasons, right, why we went the community route is
Hmm.
exactly like for people like you, right, like that, or for me and Andro as well, is we wanted a community of people of like-minded individuals, right, that's following the same journey, that's doing the same things, it's thinking in the same manner, right? Like if you on your own small hometown, like you just said, right, South Africa and especially South Africans, we tend to, Andro always says, like limit our potential, right? And so by surrounding yourself with the people that are doing this, even if it's digitally, it changes a lot, right? Like just via osmosis. Um, yeah, and I think also part of everyone else being specifically in the online business space is amazing, right? Then you get to know,
Yeah.
like when you're jumping on the calls, you hear that guy's doing this and that and this, and yeah, I think that's amazing. So yeah.
How has your offer really transformed over the past couple of months? In the beginning was more maybe just like one-on-one mentorship, but you are building now like an entire program and you've got like the website up, the VSL, like how has things changed in that aspect?
I think the biggest thing is I just like found clarity with like how to get new clients consistently and then actually, deliver results. So it's like, in the beginning, it was pretty unstructured, just kind of like, hey, I'll teach you how to play the guitar one-on-one. And now, and it was literally just from my YouTube. They just book a call with me and then hopefully I'd, close them. But my close rate has really jumped up very significantly since I implemented like a VSL
Mm.
before that. And then once I actually close them, then it's like a much more structured process right now that I'm kind of been refining, like one student at a time. I pick, what works for them, what works for the next student, and then putting it all together, sort of like you guys did building out the community.
Yeah.
Um, and then the goal is also eventually to do basically the same thing with a school community and have like an actual course with lessons. And that way it kind of frees up my time a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing this quite a lot where people are, I feel like you would do pretty well with some form of like a maybe a lower ticket community also. I know you've got like the high ticket
Uh-huh.
membership, which is might be more personal, but more like lower ticket and mass volume because you've got a you with your content you can go pretty viral, right? Like you can you already got
Yeah.
like how many subscribers you have at the
Mm.
moment?
Like
Like
60,000.
60, yeah.
Yes, that's already quite a lot. So if you can get even 1,000 people paying you $10 a month, that's already
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah. I mean, he has such a so much potential in that avenue, right? Like I remember we spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. I'm actually not sure when we did that, but like when you build out that product, right? Like there's so many different angles that you can do with that, right? Like you can
Hmm.
maybe even go a lot broader, like I mentioned previously. Maybe just focusing on because you're obviously specializing on a lot more of a niche, like fingerstyle, right? Like you mentioned.
Right.
So then you can maybe get in some potential coaches that niches down on the different, specific ways to play the guitar, and then the course is playing the guitar like in general, or whatever, and then you can maybe even like upsell them on one-on-one mentorship with like the specific,
Right.
finger style, which is there's a lot of potential there, right? So yeah, that's exciting, man.
And when joining, what was like the biggest click almost where everything started to make sense? When did you think that happened? Obviously, you mentioned in the beginning it was more like, disorganized, kind of random. But when was like that moment when it clicked, if there was one, like where you went from like kind of stuck to now just signing clients more easily?
I think it was more of like a gradual, like eye-opening kind of situation, less than like when we were doing our group calls, just like call after call. Like first it was, like the acquisition process, like how you actually like get calls booked, and then how
Right.
do you close someone, and then how do you build out an offer that actually, sells for multiple thousands of dollars. So it was like, I mean, seriously, in the beginning, I didn't even know that like you could do this, that it was possible to make thousands of dollars teaching guitar. And then with your like just kind of blunt self-belief and like confidence that it was like a osmosis thing on me,
Oh yeah.
when you're like, just 3K, then that gradually like was like, okay, so I can actually do this. And it just kind of spiraled from there.
It was like gradual unlocks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's never usually one specific moment that changes everything. People are always
Right.
looking for that one thing, like what's the one client acquisition strategy that I can use and get clients instantly. It's more like gradual unlocks, like okay, use this tonality in sales, and it's like a
Yeah.
then change this copy of this email, and like learning more about the niche. It's more like this 1% unlocks every single time, and if you just compound all these 1% unlocks, you get like a 100% increase in income. That's essentially how it works. It's just like these small tweaks everywhere. And like you said, with the confidence thing, it's really, especially your first couple clients, it all comes down to confidence because you don't have results to back it up. You don't really have anything. You don't really know how to onboard people. You don't know anything really, right? Obviously, you've got your skill that you've mastered, but in actually getting a client, you haven't really done that. So you need to have confidence in your future self that you will be able to pull it off, and that takes some
Mhm.
delusion for sure.
Hormozy has this quote about beliefs where it's like, you think to question every belief except for the ones that you truly believe in, those you never think to question. It's like because they're so deeply ingrained. That was my situation. I was like, I didn't even realize that it was a limiting belief that was like kind
Mm,
of holding me back
mm,
from this. It
mm.
was just like it was a part of my character was like I didn't realize that this was possible.
Yeah.
But obviously that's changed very drastically now.
I would love to know what you would say is, you've obviously been one of the OGs in this community, and I think it would be a valuable thing coming from you, right? Is like, what would you say is one of some of the main benefits that comes with mentorship, and maybe especially a program like this or a community, right?
hmm
An aspect or a group of people that is like-minded, that goes through similar things together, right? And then also mentorship. What would you say is the main benefits from of that sort of affected you in your current situation?
I think it's probably the same for both like mentorship and community. It's um more like it forces you to change your beliefs because you see these other people that either have beliefs that are just like almost delusional that they're so big, or they're doing things that to you seem delusional. So
Mm,
it's like it puts you out of your comfort zone where you can't hold on to like these beliefs like, oh, I'm just, I can't make this much money because blank or blah blah blah, right? The thing
yeah.
that you tell yourself, like it shatters in front of you because you see that it's not really the case. It's just something you're telling yourself.
Obviously, you've gone through majority of the mentorship, but you're still obviously in the community. How is your outlook on business or just your business as well? Like, how has that changed? And what would you say to someone who's kind of thinking about joining or is on the fence? They're watching this video. They're like, I don't know exactly if I should do this. Is entrepreneurship for me? What would you tell them if they're watching this? Which
Mm.
they obviously are if they're listening.
Right. Okay, the first question was how has my business changed?
Your outlook on entrepreneurship in general.
Okay.
Before and after, yeah.
Um, yeah, my outlook. I mean, it's like not even comparable because it's I didn't even have an outlook on entrepreneurships, so to speak, before I ever met you, right? So it's like I kind of was opened up to this world, and now it's like just a part of my who I identify as. So
Mm,
it's like I don't see it ever leaving my life. Um, I
Mm.
know a lot of people like are just they're looking for like the fast, just get
mm.
money and get out or whatever. But for me, it's more of just a like part of my personality now,
It's like an
and I
Yeah.
don't plan
identity,
on.
right?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
And to anybody that would be like watching this and thinking, like if they should take, a leap, um, I'd just say like, what's there to lose? And
Mm,
for me, it's been the probably the single like best decision that I've ever made regarding, I think my future. And so I think that it's, worth taking a shot if you're thinking like, is this gonna work for me? Like, what's there to lose, right?
yeah. Amazing, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, Oyam, I think, a lot of your success obviously comes down to your work ethic as well, right? Like, and I wanna praise you for that as well, bro. You've been amazing and been one of the OGs, and that's why you're on here as well. Obviously, with your success, and everything, and so yeah, bro. I just want to praise you for that, and I want to encourage you to continue taking action, bro. You're amazing, man, and I'm excited to see where you'll end up, bro. Like, I think that's the beauty of this, right? Is part of this process is you build up relationships and you make friends across the world, and it's such a beautiful thing to see someone grow, especially like you, right? Like starting from nothing and being where you are right now is an amazing thing, right? And yeah, I just want to congratulate you on that aspect, bro. I think you're amazing, and I think you're gonna achieve a lot more. So excited to see where we all end up, bro.
Yeah, I know.
One
I appreciate it, man.
and one thing I
Yeah.
can say
Go
is
ahead.
Oriam is probably one of the people who when he hears something or like takes advice, he instantly acts on it. And it's not like obviously he has his own inputs as well. It's not like I'm forcing him to do anything. But when I give a piece of advice, and I obviously have an outside perspective, I'm not really emotionally attached to the success of his business. I want him to succeed, but I'm not emotionally attached. Maybe like, you are listening to this, it's like your baby, right? So I can
Yeah.
look at it more from a rational perspective. And when I give advice, he's like the first one to really act on it and actually give feedback. So that's definitely a good trait you have that has led to your success,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Urgency, bro. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Amazing.
appreciate it, guys. It's all thanks to you that I've been able to do this. So